well? Was that as tough as you thought it was going to be?
You know, it's funny. You always think about, like, you know, from about 4:30 on this morning after I woke up, how the match is going to go, and it never goes like you think it's going to go. You know, with maybe the exception of him hitting a solid drive, knocking an iron on the first green and two putting, which is kind of what I had in my head he was going to do. You know, it's sort of just, you know, it unfolded in a much different way. You know, I thought we'd both play really solidly, and you know, both of us kind of gave something away here and there, and you know, as the week goes on, even on this schedule, it's still, you know, it's tougher to kind of continue to play really good golf. So you know, it was pretty apparent to me when I was going down 10 that, you know, after I, you know, hit his second shot into 10, I was like, all right, just hang with this guy for the rest of the way, you know. But I meant what I said yesterday. He's really is the last person I wanted to see out here. He's a phenomenal talent, and you know, something about him that doesn't seem, you know, headed to be a freshman in college. You know, I mean, it really doesn't. I think he's going to be a tremendous player, and you know, he's so strong at the ball, and he's, you know, sort of filled out already, and you know, tremendous swing. He's going to get some good instruction, and he's got a great head on his shoulders. You know, just he's going to play a lot of good golf in college. I look forward to following that.
He talked about 13 being the turning point when he didn't get up and down to kind of take a one.
Yeah, I mean, I played that hole as badly as you can play, you know, and I hit, you know, one good shot, and you know, and that's golf, you know. I hit one good shot, and he's kind of this, and he just missed the putt, and you know, I didn't see that from him, you know, when I played with him in the Open. He's very solid from those distances, and yeah, he just didn't quite have it today, which you know, which is too bad, but you know, that's the way it goes.
So how did you see the match playing out when you were up at 4:30 and kind of playing it in your mind?
I'd hoped that we'd be standing here, you know, still not having to play the 18th hole. I guess I'll have to play it tomorrow, at least once. But no, I really thought that, you know, we were going to play solid golf, and the person that putted the best was going to, you know, win. And you know, I would say it didn't really play out that way, you know. And then when we both got it up and down, you know, I made a good putt. He made a really good chip on 14. I thought, okay, it's going to be a dogfight to the end. Like, now we're sort of back, and you know, again, just a little loose shot, and you know, he left the door open, and you know, I was able to just sort of par my way through it.
What lets you get over this hurdle that you hadn't been able to get over before to find yourself in tomorrow's night?
Just trying enough times. You know, I mean, eventually, you know, if you come out and you just play solidly, you know, things kind of, you know, break for you, and you know, you end up there. But you know, I still didn't think that I did anything sort of phenomenally today, but I hit some shots when I needed to, and you know, I maybe made one less mistake than him.
Have you been in the final before?
No.
You were on Caleb's back 2 years ago. Do you take anything away from that, the way that he had to grind through that match?
Yeah, patience. You know, I mean, I remember talking to him, and we've been texting back and forth over the last few days, because I came up with something during that match for him that he still remembers and he really likes as sort of a match play mantra. And I told him at one point, you know, just be the next one to win a hole. And that sort of resonated with him, and you know, you sort of just right there, you know, in the moment, focused on just one step at a time, move the match forward, you know, keep it going in your direction, and you know, it'll work out. And I think about that, you know, as well.
So you're where you expected to be on this and playing tomorrow.
It's hard, you know, it's hard for me to say that, you know, coming in that I expected to be there, but you know, this morning pretty early on, you know, I knew I could win, and it didn't feel like I was going to get run over, and and you know, you sort of settle in. You know, I'm more play solidly and hope, you know, that you're there at the end, because a lot of things, you know, you gotta play your poor match against somebody who plays their poor match. You gotta play a great match against somebody who plays a great match, and you know, as you know, a lot of people who've been doing this for a lot of years know, and some phenomenal golfers, you know, who've just sort of never gotten there because something just didn't quite go their way. So, more hope.
When did you get the sense that you could win? You said early on in the match you.
Well, I knew I got, you know, when I got it back, you know, right back on 2, and, you know, then, you know, hit a good shot in and rolled it in on 3, you know, I was like, okay, you know, I belong here. You know, let's just keep moving it forward.
Well, was your fear that you were going to get bulldozed?
Yeah, that was my fear, because I think he's a phenomenal player, and you know, you could see him along the water there, just banging that driving iron and stuffing it in there and rolling in a putt. You know, I knew I needed to make that chip on 7, and really was maybe for the only time today thinking about that when I was chipping, and I almost got it done, but you know, he rolled that one in, and he hit a lot of good shots. He hit a lot of good shots, but just when he wasn't hitting phenomenal shots, just didn't quite keep it tight enough, and that happens.
We saw John kind of have a dominating match over Matt earlier, and you guys kind of grind your way in. Is it just the unpredictability of this tournament and match play?
Tomorrow could be anything. You know, I mean, you get out there and you think it's going to go one way, and it just doesn't. All of a sudden, the body doesn't cooperate, and the head gets in your way, and you know, it could be anything. So, you know, same thing tomorrow. You know, just get out there and get into the match and get a feel for it and go from there.
What does tomorrow mean to you?
Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good at, you know, 47 to be able to play in the finals. You know, it'll be special. It'll be special. Yeah.